awards. We're going to start out with, they won't be handed out tonight, they'll be handed at the spring banquet. And we're going to have those guys come up, though, and we are going to recognize them for their accomplishment. The first one that's handed out in the spring banquet is Most Valuable Player. This year's recipient is going to be Corey Nicholson. However, we'll clap for him in a second. However, he's the first guy that will not acknowledge his accomplishments this year are really the sum total of 11 men, and that is that he literally came 55 yards, I think, away from breaking our all-time school record for most yards in the season at 1,943 yards, which was by Kevin Collier. We all know how great a football player he was. And had he not been taken out with 7 minutes left in the game because Fairport waved the white flag, he probably would have broke that record. He set school records for consecutive 250-yard games at, is it 4? 5. At 5, we've never had anyone do it for 3, so that's some pretty outstanding company. So he rushed for over 1,000 yards. In fact, I think it was in 3 weeks he rushed for 1,100 yards. So it'd be 4 weeks he rushed for 1,100 yards, which has never been done in school. A real hard-nosed guy. When we went to the all-league, coaches meeting, they were going, that kid is just a steamroller. Our kids were sore after playing him. But with that, he understands that, you know what, we had an offensive line that was, for the most part, undersized this year, but what an unbelievable job they did for him. It was numerous times where he did come through, and be talking about the hole was huge. We also had some outstanding fullbacks blocking for us. We had wide receivers, a guy like Dustin Dillard, who lifted more than the linemen on the other team. Adam Brady showing a lot of guts. Steve Rink showing a lot of guts going downfield blocking. And a quarterback putting us in the right play. A lot of people don't realize what a quarterback does. Our quarterback, we call 2 or 3 plays in a huddle, and he has to check to the right one. And sometimes it might say, Jiggy Stay, Rip Party, Zoom to Rip Party, 58 right, check 66 versus Eagle. That's a play, And they're reading it off the script, and they all got to know what they're saying. It sounds like French, and then our quarterback's got to decipher what the right one is and put it in the right play. So it really is a team effort, but there's no question about it. An outstanding football player played for us at tailback this year. 23 touchdowns, and again, so a lot of highlight runs and a lot of physical football. MVP goes to Corey Nicholson. Next player is Wilson. That's right. Feel that. Tell you what, going back another, I always like to tell quick stories. See, it's a surprising guy. Doesn't it surprise you? In fact, sometimes they bait me like a schoolroom teacher to tell a story so they don't have to get, do more practice. Coach Comer brought a new attitude to our team in some ways this year. I'll never forget. It was about a 90-degree day in the summer, and Corey had his helmet off, and Coach Comer had a thing about players having their helmet off in practice. Those Spanish folks. Coach Comer, who can bring the intensity, no doubt about it, gets on Corey Nicholson. I look at Corey, and he's thinking about it east with all his buddies laying probably back with their helmets off like this and not doing anything. It's kind of a little culture shock, but it worked out great. And like I said, Coach Comer really brought some great stuff to our program this year. That's what I think about when I think of you. All right, MIP, Most Improved Player, goes to a person who's been on our program for 3 years. And first year he kind of paid his dues. He didn't get to play a lot at fullback, but he's a kid that really worked. Last year he got on the field, and there was times when he struggled. He worked hard, he struggled. Tireless in the weight room, working hard. And then this year, there wasn't a coach on our program that wasn't improved. I remember talking to him numerous times during the year that this young man had just improved his game immensely. Off very good to outstanding this year. Pete Minorca.